This is a ground floor flat of a Georgian property in prime London. The issues were not present when the property was bought a few years, but dampness appeared fairly soon after building works.
Coal store, if you know what I mean. And I used to get damp on that wall, but that's not come back.
Okay.
So that one is least of my worries.
I see
now.
an issue around here.
Is it an issue? Is it?
I don't know. I'll
off?
double check.
I think
it.
they've ripped off the window ledge.
Yeah, sure.
There is a soil pipe for the building running through here.
That in that direction.
Yeah, in here. So that's why that's
So it's coming down here and through there.
Angles round there. And my electricity switchboard is in there. Here, so sorry, I had to remortgage, so I had to get a survey based on the value. So I tried to cover up the damp as an emergency. Basically, this wall,
okay, I can see it.
massive patches, but it was literally, like everywhere, only from here.
Okay.
But this was a solid brick wall underneath. Then they put plaster over it. Yeah, but it didn't seem bad. Right, then round here, no idea if that's a plastering mishap.
Okay.
But again, if you look, there's patches on the wall that don't necessarily make sense. Yeah. And the same, this crack is getting bigger, but can you see there is something? Yeah. But I don't know what. So you can still see patches of weird stuff. This was very similar, but
dribble
this
marks,
is completely internal. And that is a fake wall I moved.
Your solid floor here as well.
Yeah, concrete.
Did he put that down, or
no,
was
it was
that
already
was here
down.
existing? Okay.
Yeah, so this patch was that kind of size.
And this is an original wall.
Yeah. So originally there was a wall here, a wall there, and a cupboard in here. Yeah. So that you got to from a door there. Yeah. But this whole section has been completely down and rebuilt. So this is completely new wall. Okay. Completely redone.
And this is the bathroom.
Yeah, so this was the kitchen. Yeah, this is the only bathroom now. So then that is obviously the biggest issue.
Okay.
There always
and this is underground here. This is a retaining wall.
Yeah. So the pavement is up
above
there.
Yeah. And this was. Did you internalise this section, or was it already?
No,
internalised?
This was all here. There was a washing machine here and a kitchen running along this wall. Okay. It's just this wall was further into the living room, only by about 20 centimetres. So I suppose in line maybe with that wall.
Okay, so you pinched some of the kitchen to square this off, did you? To make a bigger...
Yeah, moved that back to fit in the units.
Okay.
Whereas previously you wouldn't have been able to have, because the kitchen would have been out to there. I think it was about 20 centimetres. Okay. And there was another layer of ceiling. So
this is a sprinkler system, is it?
Yeah, that's not quite finished. So the ceiling was maybe 20 centimetres lower originally, or more in line with the window.
So was it a 1970s drop ceiling for lighting systems?
Sort of, just
dropped anyway.
Yeah, definitely just dropped. We had
so was it sort of plastic tile?
No, a normal full plastered ceiling, just over another ceiling.
Why did you do that?
No idea.
Because you want to make it as tall as possible in the...
Yeah, then this was the bathroom originally.
And it's your study now.
Yeah.
And you lowered it, or is it was always like this?
No, always lowered. So again, another random.
This is an outbuilding then originally, because it's.
I don't know. It's got stuff above it. Yeah. Don't really know.
Might have been a cellar or something.
But the ceiling was like this, so yeah, there's just another random damp patch that wasn't there before.
Yeah. Okay.
There was a toilet here, and the shower was here, and the door was there. But again, this damp went all the way along. I've covered it up, and you can see, that wasn't bowed when they fit it. The builders come back and helped cover this because they knew if I couldn't remortgage, I wouldn't pay them. Yeah.
Is that right?
And then...
so that's the outside,
yeah,
is it?
that pipe does drip this inside, because... I can open the door, but
but it wouldn't account for all of it.
I wouldn't have thought so. Yeah, that goes all the way.
Could account for some of this here.
But again, wasn't here to my knowledge. But obviously, this was tiled. there was a toilet there.
You're getting dribble marks.
Well, and that's what I don't know entirely if
Where's
I
dribble?
dripped something, because I've noticed that.
Well, you wouldn't
but
you wouldn't drip it in all the way
No,
across.
yeah, I just wondered one day if I tripped
Okay.
a coffee, but either way, it definitely goes all the way along
You
there.
would have a stain if it was, whereas that's just
Trying to think, then in here,
coloration.
I think the only random patch, you probably can't see it now because I've got the bed in the way.
Sorry, do you want a hand?
No, the bed won't move. It's
Oh, it's-
there. But the bed has only been here a week.
oh, so that was like
Yeah,
that.
originally the bed was further over here. I've only
okay.
just bought the frame.
Okay. So, yeah.
Trying to think if that's where. So I've got 9. Oh, yeah, just random.
You got nine zones.
Yeah, and 9 spare.
Okay, and none of these were here before.
Not to my knowledge. It was a 1970s style, but I lived here for a year.
Yeah.
I had the survey done. We had no idea because, like my building manager said, if I knew, it would have been an easy fix to fix these. Every wall
Okay.
been plastered, every ceiling.
The first thing to do is to calibrate the data loggers.
Yeah,
So I'll do that now.
yeah. Do I?
What I encourage you to do is just put the meter in a certain place and take note of it.
Yeah.
And then, so
Did it ever go over 100?
no.
It's 100.
Wow.
Just pretty
It's
damn.
these are qualitative rather than quantitative. That means that it's a relative measure. Don't worry too much about the absolute number.
Yeah.
But if the number doesn't go down
Yeah.
over weeks, then you know that it's
Okay.
not drying out.
Yep.
But it's so at lower levels it's normal until you get to there,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, from what I remember, it was all that corner. You can see, like,
the water
Water.
running down here when you have
yeah,
the bath.
can you see? It just gets very clammy. Like, all those marks, I think, are from the bath, and the windows steam up massively. But I think that is unrelated to that. That happens irrelevant of the bath. But the
Well,
steam doesn't
it's a
seem to
slow
come
slow
through
process.
here.
It does feel quite. It's showing.
Does that test the effectiveness of that?
Yeah. 12.
I measured the air coming out of the back of the fan and found that it's only going at about 1.5 litres a second, which is virtually nothing. Any airflow outside could stall the air coming out. So I took out the backflow shutter and cleaned up the vent, and it's working about 7 litres per second, which is better than it was. It should be 15. The area in the bathroom looks like condensation forming on a solid floor. Also, the area in the spare bedroom at the back, you have condensation forming around a cold water pipe, which we discovered in the wall there, or possibly a radiator pipe. But when not in use, a radiator pipe causes heat loss, has the same effect, and causes condensation. The damp to the front of the living room is caused by a combination of penetrating damp and condensation. So you would need both to cause this level of dampness. Looking on the outside, we can see that there are cracks in the render, which has been recently repainted, I understand. If you don't use impermeable paint on an impermeable render, you can get cracks, as we can see here, and the water can get through. Ideally, you should take the paint away from this damaged paintwork, fill the render cracks with an acrylic caulk, external acrylic caulk, and then paint with an impermeable paint such as Zinsser or Dulux masonry paint. Here we're looking at the thermal imaging camera. You can see the heat loss. So what's causing the dampness is some penetrating damp from the outside, causing increased heat loss, increasing the condensation on the inside. You also have some colourless zones of what looks like hygroscopic salts. This property has a number of challenges, not least modern day living, closing a property up when going away for periods of time, and poor internal ventilation, which I improved during the survey. But a simple solution would be to get a dehumidifier and address the external paintwork.